See, this is why he's actually doing his job arguably more effective like than any president in history.com. Do you remember WWF, Will? It was this soap opera about these creatures called wrestlers. Who were these men from an experimental prison mental hospital, funded by your tax dollars BTW, during the Reagan administration? You see, they did all these experiments on these gentlemen to completely convince them that they had powers, were special, and that there were these famous martial warriors competing in a heavenly tournament for the favor of 3 extra-dimensional daimyo warlords, who were as gods in their home dimensions, and if the enchanted tournament belt was earned through victory of the tournament, the wrestlers would ultimately rise from their station as a mortal, ascend godhood, and take his place by the side of his new heavenly brothers and rule over mankind with them. The 3 daimyo warlord gods were none other Ed McMahon, Shao Donkey Kong, and ... you guessed it, Donald D. Trump. Now, these experiments were very well funded, and conducted in complete secrecy, and little did even the scientists training the wrestlers know that they were being experimented upon as well, and little did they also know that not only were they going to make television history, one day ... they were going to rule the free fucking world. Know this, Will, that as mind-blowing as these implications are, there is more to this story in the most secret files that be, or even is, in fact, the holy of Holyfields in the chamber of double sectors. Some serious shit. Legends are kept there, old friend. Legends that you don't wanna know. But, well ... fuck if the curiosity is ever going to go away, Will. I'm an archaeologist. It's what I do. It's my obsession of the Christ will, except mine's about not Jesus that much. That's Mel Brooks, but my enthusiasm about archaeology matches post-apocalyptic Mad Max passion and truth. They say, Will, that this wasn't the first set of experiments. Back in '68 there was a similar experiment run on a much younger set of patients. They were at a home designed to comfortably care for the secret retard kids of the elite very wealthy of planet Earth ... and they were supposed to treat them of their conditions with experimental treatments, failing all else. You see, well in wrestling, you don't just get to become an extra-dimensional daimyo. Fuck no, there would be way too many of them after all them tournaments. I mean, unless ... in order to ascend you and to select and fight one of them in single combat. That's right. Don't you see? Our heavenly leader, Donald Trump, used to go by a different name when he was a boy. At this experimental retard school, the last names were kept private. Top secret, even. They used to call young Donald the duck, because it was his favorite animal, and he was born with a fucked up mouth that would just mostly blast spit and duck quacks, and he ... fucking sounded like Donald Duck. Okay? That's not that important. Now, what most people don't know about our courageous mainistic Lord Precious deodorant is that he's actually one of the most wicked distinguished badasses ever to bang and swing chairs and talk nonsense atop that hard white canvas, brother. But yeah, he competed in the big tournament, though. There were 2 upper boys at that school who were just as skilled. You guessed it. An Edward Mouse McMahon, and a Jeffrey Donkey Show King ... and something crazy happened that year, Will. There was a 3-way tie. These kids may have technically been retards, Will, but they were smart retards, who knew how to play dumb to accumulate wealth and power. They were also surprisingly skilled in occult and esoteric lore. Before the last day of the tournament, Geoffrey had found an old precedent for a 3-way tie. It was called the Triple OG way. It essentially demanded that the incumbent Daimyo gods had to team up and fight Donald, Mouse, and Gadjufi as a team in a group melee. 6 wrestlers. Half of them gods. The other half secret retard rich kids. This was one of the most important events in human history, Will, and nobody even knows about it. It also decided the fate of mankind forever. Of course, we now know from generally agreed upon historical records, plus publicized real life real talk on the for real though, that the heroically spirited and clever plus rich as oh heck yes power trio of now illustrious retard boys won. We know this because they are the Daimyo warlord gods of the tournament now, and thus, as is tradition, they preside over the sacred tournament of the WWF, and their WAT4, also, have every conceivable heavenly right to rule as perfect examples of Nemean Leonin-esque handsome sorceress warrior magi kings over the unworthy masses of mankind, until such a time comes as a champion rises to overthrow them. Not bloody likely in this day and age, I'm afraid. Whoever it was would have to be a pretty amazing wrestler, Will. Practically impossible, I say. And their WAT4, also, have every conceivable heavenly right to rule as perfect examples of Nemean Leonin-esque handsome sorceress warrior magi kings over the unworthy masses of mankind, until such a time comes as a champion rises to overthrow them. Not bloody likely in this day and age, I'm afraid. Whoever it was would have to be a pretty amazing wrestler, Will. Practically impossible, I say.
Until such a time comes as a champion rises to overthrow them. Not bloody likely in this day and age, I'm afraid. Whoever it was would have to be a pretty amazing